with you while highlighting our great park features and community it all has to offer. I'm Raquel Felsi, City Clerk, longtime resident of Franklin, and the City Park Chair of this project. This project reflects collaboration at many levels, and we are grateful for the partners that help make it possible, especially Nebraska Department of Economic Development and South Central Economic Development District. We also want to recognize special guests here to celebrate the occasion, which is Senator Berman, Dave Berman. Okay, now it is my pleasure to invite Mayor Margaret Seal to share remarks on behalf of the city.
All right, Margaret.
On behalf of the city, as mayor, it is truly rewarding to see this vision come to life. These improvements reflect many conversations, ideas, and a shared commitment to creating a park that will continue to serve all ages, whether it's families enjoying the playground, children on the patio for the summer reading program, neighbors gathering for events, or residents staying active outdoors. This project is about more than the new amenities. It's about strengthening the heart of our community and creating spaces where people can connect for years to come. Investments like this reflect our continued commitment to enhancing the quality of life in our community. We're proud to create spaces that support recreation, wellness, and opportunities to gather today and into the future. We continue to invest in initiatives to make Franklin a community people enjoy and want to live, work, and play. Later this fall, we will be celebrating the completion of the Downtown Hutchins building and Marcellus Flats apartments, which will be yet another reason to celebrate the community of Franklin and our strong partnerships. Thank you to the City Council, city employees, our partners, and everyone who contributed to this vision for our park. We are deeply grateful to SCED for their expertise and partnership in helping bring these enhancements to life, and to the Nebraska Department of Economic Development for support of the Rural Community Recovery Program to bring this project to reality. These additions will make our city park an even more welcoming and vibrant place for residents and visitors alike for generations to come.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay, so our journey on this project began over 2 years ago when the state offered a revamped grant program to invest in revitalizing rural communities through a post-COVID program. That program was the American Rescue Plan Act. Together with our partners, Community Development, SCED, we quickly formed a park committee to prioritize and deliver amenities to meet community needs and fill for all generations. We would like to formally thank all the City Park Committee members, Amanda Shelton, the Library Director, Chase Bislow, Community Member and Disc Golf Enthusiast, City employees, Michelle Cars, Mike Bauer, Junior Stover, Shannon Carriger, Barry Rubendahl, Corey Davis, Terry Mead, Sam McKinney, Drew Boston, and Elsie Gladden. The council members, the former council members that started with this 2 years ago was Fred Beal and Casey Lushin, along with the current members, Mike Stevens, Margaret Seal, Dave Platt, Dave Duncan, and Sandy Urbina. We would also like to thank Leanne Yoakum from SCED and the funding contribution from the Friends of the Library organization. We got over $535,000 that has been invested in diverse and exciting park amenities that appeal to welcome all ages to be active in our park. To support special events like this, we're highlighting this new patio and the extension of the library into our community park to support special events, including our well-attended summer library reading program, preschool story time year-round, weather permitting, held outdoors, of course, and gatherings of all kinds, including bingo later tonight right here where you're sitting. Come for bingo at 7. Other amenities include the West Shelter picnic, musical playground for the toddlers on the west side, for school-age children, fitness equipment stations for teens through adults, a 9-hole disc golf course, and enhanced lighting throughout our park, and then the improved multi-court lighting over here when we for our new pickleball courts that we did a couple years ago. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Ashley Gerlach, Business Development Council of Nebraska Department of Economic Development, for a few comments.
Thank you, Raquel. As Raquel said, I'm Ashley Gerlach, and I work for the Nebraska Department of Economic Development. But the fun thing is I don't reside in Lincoln. I'm just down the road. I've worked and lived in the Cambridge area serving the Nebraska Department of Economic Development for about 11 years. So first of all, it's so exciting to join you guys here today for the ribbon cutting of the many improvements made to your beautiful city park. Thank you for inviting me to celebrate with you. The Nebraska Department of Economic Development is incredibly grateful for the opportunity to invest in this project through an award through the Rural Community Recovery Program. We got to kind of see everything that has been accomplished at your park, and it's truly just beautiful. Having a first-rate park is just so important for young kids and families and everyone to provide great quality of life. New features like the disc golf course, musical playground, and exercise fitness station will be great for kids to enjoy. I even found myself asking who the vendor was for the little musical additions over there, because I just think that's something that more of our parks across the area will be interested in investing in. This new city library patio is just beautiful. The picnic tables also provide such a nice place for the community to gather. I have to mention that projects like this don't just happen, as others have also mentioned. They're evidence of vision, partnership, and lots of hard work. It's commendable to see how the city has come together to get this project done. Nebraska is such a great place to live, as all of you know, and I have a special place in my heart for rural Nebraska. We have so many great people who take such pride in their communities, and it's because of people like you who generously give of your time and resources to make life better for everyone. Thank you to the City of Franklin and the many local residents who have contributed to these beautiful park enhancements. And also thank you to the team at South Central Economic Development District for supporting Franklin with this project. Congratulations again. We're very proud of you.
Thank you, Ashley. And now I'm pleased to invite Senator Dave Merman, State Legislator, District 38, to make some comments.
Well, thank you, and I do want to thank you for inviting me also to celebrate with the Franklin community here. This is just a beautiful addition or enhancement to what you have here in Franklin, and something to really be proud of. And I'd like to also thank the city officials in Franklin here, everyone that's here, and the South Central Economic Development District for the funding and all of the work that went into making this such a beautiful addition to this community. Traveling around the state and around the district, we often hear about the brain drain that happens in Nebraska, the young people that leave our state for many reasons. Some of them are, of course, employment or housing opportunities that are more available elsewhere. But also, sometimes it's mentioned is we just don't have the amenities here in rural Nebraska that we have sometimes in some of the cities. Well, I'd say that's not true in Franklin.
I
here
agree.
With this beautiful park. I mean, there's things there for the young kids, for the parents, the grandparents while they're out here with their kids, and with the tennis and pickleball courts, basketball court, swimming pool, everything is right here. There's really not an excuse as far as amenities go for leaving this community. So you have really something to be thankful for here. Also, I want to mention that with the 250th celebration of the birthday of our country coming up, we should be thankful too for what this country has to offer. I know you have all the flags and paraphernalia here to celebrate our country's founding, and that's really something that we need to be proud of and protect and be thankful for, that we have that in this country. And I do want to thank any veterans that are here. They have protected this country and our way of life, and we owe a deep debt of gratitude to any veterans that are here today. And again, I want to thank South Central Economic Development, the City of Franklin, all the officials. I know there was a long list mentioned earlier that have made this improvement to our park a reality. And rural Nebraska is a great place to live, and Franklin is a shining star to show that we have a lot of things here that even bigger cities don't have. I mean, we have the rural way of life, the open spaces, and especially in recent years, that's something that a lot of young people are looking forward to with the internet availability and easier travel, all those kinds of things. Rural Nebraska is a good place to live. So thank you very much for having me.
Now Leanne will talk about our key partners in this project.
There are more partners, believe it or not. So yes, I am Leanne Yocum, Deputy Director of the South Central Economic Development District, known as SCED. We serve 13 counties in South Central Nebraska as a community development resource. Some of you may not be from Franklin, and if you're fortunate enough to be in the South Central region, we'd love to reach out, and that's just your invitation to know that SCED's out there to serve your needs too throughout this our 13 county region. We walk alongside communities to identify and assess local needs, prioritize viable projects such as this, convene stakeholders and leaders, and often pursue funding to reach those goals. We would like to acknowledge all of the contracted partners and projects that brought this to life. Brittany Piper, formerly of Nebraska Department of Economic Development, an RCRP project coordinator. Erickson Sullivan Architects for the library patio design and oversight. And could you tell that it was new? It just blends, I mean, it's new and it looks great, but doesn't it just blend in fantastic? It just looks like it was meant to be, in the brick ledge. And his partners in his association, Ben Brewer and Megan Willoughby, they were on site many times. Decatize Construction, general contractor, who provided those great playground pieces over there, the musical playground. It was AV Creative. We have a couple of folks here tonight with them. And also the fitness stations, and then other local vendors, JB Concrete Pros, Dutton Links and Company, Southern Public Power District, E&E Turf of Hildreth, Paulson Automotive Services, Morton Construction, Paulson Incorporated, Larson Brothers Construction, Showcat Electric, and JBO Engineering, and the staff that I work with, South Central Economic Development District. So now we get the fun part. The kids are like, when are we going to do some fun? All right, because the bingo's right around the corner in the barbecue. So I'd like to invite the following individuals to step forward for the ribbon cutting. And Raquel, if you can hand the scissors to Ashley and Mark. Stand in the middle. And Sharon, could you come up? Because I said that we were going to hold each end. You like this? I'm going to hold it in. She is the executive director of SCED. And so the other partners that we need to come out, that were part of the park committee, we've got Mayor Mark Seal, City Clerk Raquel Filzian, Senator Merman, you can join right there. We need the park committee members, Council Member Mike Stevens, Amanda Shelton, and Chase Bislow. And then we're going to call for a bigger group photo. Taylor Herrick. Also, yes, you contributed. Are you here, Taylor? Come on up. There she is. Baby in tow, even better. So we're going to spread out in front of you. Sharon, do you mind taking one end and I'll hold the other end?
There's the ribbon. Me neither. I tried.
Oh, sweet.